Well, friends, Anthony gets a crack. I guess another crack at keeping Kai again. He has to what you call it, beg and scrape to get his kid. Um, how difficult will co-parenting be with Shayla? Maybe that's the question. I guess before we even get into it, like it's gonna be extremely difficult, and I think that I'm looking at this and I'm wondering why do we even try to see exactly if we can talk about it, and I'm realizing that we just don't like where the Shayla character is going. It's like this. We're not sure what Anthony's trying to do. The excessive need for control is just not going to work. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like you are going to have to find a way to deal with Shayla. And dealing with Shayla, it can be tough. Either you gotta just don't listen to her or something, but you gotta do something. That's all I know. Anyways, let's go.
I just want to talk to you about Iman being in Kai's life.
Being in Kai's life.
Yeah, Iman is gonna be in Kai's life. He's basically gonna be his stepdad. And I just kind of want to introduce you to the idea because I know it's new, but it's a real thing.
All right. So first and foremost, when you talk about like a man being in like a kid's life or a woman being in a kid's life, there's nothing the next person can do if they're not with you. There's nothing that you can actually do with that. It's a waste of time. This was an unnecessary conversation, but I guess it was meant to provoke Anthony. There's nothing you can do though. If you happen to speak on it in real life, men think they can do stuff, but you can't really do nothing about it really. I mean, now you have some men who try still, you know what I mean, and I guess I'm gonna fire a gunshot and all them kind of thing there, for them kid or whatever it is. But there's not really much that you can, as long as the man or woman is not destructive, there is nothing for you to actually do. So, okay,
Shayla, Iman is not his stepdad.
Really?
I'm his father. Me.
And
Iman's already in his life. I mean, he's dealing with you, so
okay, well, what is Amber to Kai then? Exactly. So that's what Iman is to Kai on my side. And I know that's difficult for you to accept because you like to be in control of this situation. But I'm just letting you know that Iman is really going to be in Kai's life, not just around Kai. He's going to be a part of his entire life.
she's letting him know. She's letting him know. It's unnecessary. What I would have done if I was Anthony, I would have walked off because this is an unnecessary conversation. Duh. What I'm gonna say, I'm not there. The thing is this: when you are over there with your man lock up, I'm not there. The only thing that Anthony can actually do is to ensure him kid's safe. All him do that is him just have got trust that him kid's safe. No, if he sees evidence to the fact that his kid is not safe, then you're going to the courts. But everything else is just like a moot point at this point in time. There's nothing to argue.
Shayla, Kai is my son. You hear that? My son.
And this is my life.
You know, Shayla, the more I think about it, the more I think you really are an evil person.
She evil. You mean you're just picking up right now that that Shayla is doing what she's doing? That she did all of this to mess up your thing? You're just thinking about all of this? This is now when it's hitting you. Like I'm telling you, like a lot of things is hitting. Anthony very very late. Like this just hit him. Oh boy. Okay. And should have said, well, Amber is his stepmom. That's what should I say? You know, Anthony chose to leave peace and his son. Shayla moved on, and the same type of guy looking for peace. Either Anthony accepts it or tries to get his real family back. Watch how funny Amber acts because of Kai. I don't think Amber's gonna do anything at all, Vance, or she won't. I know what you're saying, but she's not. And Amber at this point don't care. Her bubble soon burst. She and her witch mother are too conniving. The story is draining. It is draining. Anthony, you better go to court now. That's what's going on. What's going on is okay. Yes, it will drain you because this is exactly how these type of situations are draining. What they're showing you is again, Anthony's not realizing he needs to go to court. Wayne has already had a conversation with Anthony about men in the baby mama's in his baby mama's life. Anthony, take care of your son and keep it moving. That's exactly what he needs to do. None of this. The reaction Anthony's giving is just nonsense. He shouldn't be reacting to this at this point in time. You have to just deal with it and done. Anthony never knows how to respond to Shayla, and that's the thing. That is the thing. Anthony's hurting. Well, stop hurt. It is what it is. It is what it is. Either you go back, go take her, or you have a wife, but you can't have the two of them. Anthony will discuss with Amber about getting joint custody. Hopefully. Hopefully he does that. No, you are married, and no, you're not. Anthony's married. Um, it's funny with the stepdad thing. Funny enough, okay, in Jamaica, as long as somebody with your mother or your father, it doesn't matter if they're married or not. They might a step parent. That's actually what it is. But maybe it's different here, and you have to be married here. But it. Hey, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, and I'm not going to try to stop you.
Like, wow.
Thank God, learn from the best. So, I don't really have an argument about it. I'm just informing you out of a courtesy. We're on good terms. I'm letting you keep our son over here at your house with your wife. Kai will have a family.
I'm letting you. Okay, so that's the thing with Anthony. He's not getting the words that are there. I'm letting you keep whatever it is. Shayla, I'm letting you, Anthony, keep whatever. You keep. In other words, if I want to, if I really want to, that's what she's saying. I'm letting that happen.
On the other side of things. Okay? So I get it. It's not easy to hear because remember that's how I felt, right? When I wanted to be with you, I wanted our family, you wanted to play with my emotions and get back with Amber. Well, now I'm with the man of my dreams. And so this is just our new reality.
Whatever, Shayla.
I just thought that you should know.
That needs to always be his response. Whatever, Shayla. That needs to be in response. That's the best response him can give Shayla. Just whatever and move on. You cannot talk Shayla into the ground. Shayla is a girl where you have to just bring to like what you call it, the courts, and just go to the courts and do your thing and forget about it. No. Another thing you can do is you can never do enough with a woman like Shayla. You can never do enough. So you can't try to prove anything. And he will try to prove a lot of things, but hey, it is what it is. So I just think that how is she going to make Iman how is she going to make Iman? She hasn't even gotten any ring. That's what I'm learning. That over here, when you talk about step parents, they have to be married. In Jamaica, they don't really have to be married. Hey, anybody where your mother there with or your father is with is your step parent. But I understand that is a little different here. Maybe that's why I'm just like, okay. It's nothing, you know what I mean? Every time Shayla arrives with Kai, limit the conversation. That's what you'd have to do. This would be exactly what he'd have to do. Angela, you are correct. This is exactly what he'd have to do. He'd have to limit the conversation. With the man Carmen, the blue face. She's making it all about her. And has nothing to do with Kai. Because it has nothing to do with Kai. That's exactly what it is with Shayla. But he doesn't really realize that. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Anthony have to realize that. You're just now finding that out, Anthony. Like he's just finding out. Say Shayla evil. Like him just a really it has just hit him in upside the head that Shayla is going to be a miserable chick. She's miserable.
Thank you, baby. I love you, son.
Can you give mommy back her bracelets so she can leave?
Give mommy a kiss. I love you. All right. Let me know if you need something. And, this is a good thing, Anthony. Life is changing for the better.
So what she's trying to say is that she move on. Where basically Shayla is saying that she has moved on and she has leveled up. Now maybe the question is, can Anthony move on? That's the question. Because it don't look like he move on. Because if this is hurting him, so you know what I mean. Maybe him just a move on. Can Anthony move on? That's the question. Can Anthony move on? Him need to move on. Vanswell, I wish you are correct. Actually, when women behave like this, it's because they're miserable and they want someone else to be miserable with them. Shayla is miserable and Shayla wants Anthony to be as miserable as she feels. She's miserable. No, she's not fine. When women do this, it's a way of projecting that I'm not miserable. That everything I've seen from Shayla, Shayla is projecting. Shayla is projecting. She's miserable. Shayla is projecting. She is miserable. That's it. She's miserable. Is a woman miserable? O'Neill, don't think so. This is hurting him. And him again, hey, him have to just take it. I know what he's trying to do, but come on, good God, bro. You gotta just like get over it. Like you have to get over it. He's hurt by the mere fact that, you know what I mean, him not have the entire control over Kai. And you mean, what do you think was gonna happen? Like as a guy, don't act like you've never seen. Anthony's acting like he's never seen these things before. He's acting like he's never seen a vindictive mother. Every man knows of this type of mother. Every man does. Anthony's no different. He doesn't live underneath a rock or whatever it is. He not live on a rock. He know that this is going on. He knows. Let me see y'all's thing. Man, just walk away and stop paying and stop paying the bills. Get rid of the lease and stop paying our car note. That's what he needs to do. What he needs to do, J Dub, is just pay child support and move on. Best way Anthony can respond is going to the court, getting a custody order, and paying his portion of child support. That's what I think Anthony's best move is. What is Anthony's best move? What do you think? Let me get y'all's take. What do you think is Anthony's best move? So your son, let's say your son was like Anthony, he's in this, ladies. What is his best move? Yes, Shayla is miserable because she wanted to be in the big house with Anthony. But he needed to stop playing into her hands and keep it moving with his great wife Amber. And that's the problem. You can't look back. You cannot look back. Move on. Move on. Just move on. Anthony wants control and he no longer has control of Shayla, and that's what he doesn't like. Exactly. I cannot even disagree with you, M. Johnson. He not like that. And you, me don't want to control a woman. Well, do what you want to do. Nobody cares what you want to do. I don't want to control it, but he apparently want control over that. No, I want control of my son. If Shayla has moved on, she wouldn't be having this conversation with Anthony. She just wouldn't. I don't know if women have conversations like this. He really does, O'Neill. How to handle a victim, BM. So, he loves his wife, but in love with a side piece. Linus, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. At this point in time, I'm seeing little things to evidence to the fact that it must have some feelings here. So exactly. Now is the time for her to pay her own bills. Anthony's too slow to figure that out. This is when you want to do those things. Go to court. She's upset that Anthony has moved on with Amber, and so she's making him feel bad by using Kai as a pawn in her games. And that's it. So you will have to, in order to get pawn out of those games, you will need to go to court. Because Amber never loved Anthony. She played him. Well, she love him now. Vanswell, she love him now. Get joint custody and let Shayla live her miserable life. That's all you can do. Get joint custody. That's what you need to do. His best move is just to take care of his son and stop playing games with her. But he keeps looking back. There you go. Even the men them are tell you the best move right now. Give thanks straight. That's the best move. You just have to right now, when it comes to them type of being mother, you just have to take care of your kid and move on. No, you demand the days them where you want. And how you demand those days, you go to court and demand those days. It's as simple as that. But them not do that. Move on, go to court and pay child support. That's it. Some of the times child support is better. That's when me love child support. When you have a mother like a Shayla, that's when me love things like child support and custody because it helps to solve. Those are the things it helps to solve. Child support and custody is for a mother like Shayla. Child support and custody is for a mother like Shayla. When you have a mother like Shayla, that's when you need child support and custody. That's when you need child support and custody. That investment of just move on and just don't look back. Joint custody. I think and I believe that he can get joint custody right now. He can get joint custody. Anthony doesn't want joint custody. He wants to be able to access to Shayla and Kai. And that's gonna be a problem because you can't access the woman. The woman I get other things, you know. She have other things in her soup, you know. She don't want spinners in her soup. That's the thing. He has to let it go. He has to let it go. There comes a time when you have to let it go. After Shayla brought in peace, what kind of peace? What kind of peace Shayla brought in, Vanswell? Peace of pum pum. The only peace Shayla brought Anthony was a piece of pum pum. The only peace Shayla brought Anthony was a piece of pum pum. That's the only piece she bring him. Not the other piece she not bring him. So please come again with that, but she bring him whatever it is. Anthony should get custody for his child. He should stop paying her rent and her car note. That's why I said that. If you get custody and pay child support. That's it. Wrap up the custody and the child support in one. Get the judgment in one. Pay custody, pay child support, and move on. And he best do this now. Because the older the child gets, the worse it gets. Get child support and get custody. That's what you need for do right now. How can a man, how can Iman a man be called a stepdad? Well, you know, some women, I saw them taking the man them regular, you know. Listen, some of the women them will take the men in very, very regularly. Them can take the man them in quickly, and you know, so Shayla is one of those women. With a mother like Shayla, Anthony need full custody. Shayla is a bum with no drive and no ambition. True, Rashan, but the deal is this. The deal is why we're saying joint custody at this point, because here we know. If he goes to the court, unless the baby has some big thing. But some people tell me that Georgia different. Unless it's different in Georgia than anywhere else. You will have to prove why you're the better parent. And at this point in time, the baby has been living with her. You're going to have to prove to the judge why you need full custody. You got to prove the mother as being inefficient. I can show you, it's like factors to it. So they use like a certain factors. Why do you think Amber wanted him back, O'Neill? I mean Anthony. I don't know. I think Anthony was guilty. Not Anthony. I think Amber felt guilty that she never really worked on her marriage and she allowed something to mess up her marriage. I think that's what it is. Thank you for the super chat, Anthony. What you say? Is when using a particular skip portraying himself? Maybe he's. You know what? That's a very very good argument. That's a good argument. Is Wayne using this skit to portray himself? That's interesting. Anthony, hold on. Let me ask a question here. Is Wayne using the Anthony skit to show what happened to him? That's actually a very, very cool question. One for yes and two for no. I'll wait on y'all to answer that. Vanswell, why do you think Amber wanted Anthony back? I believe that Amber wanted Anthony back because I think she felt like she destroyed her marriage for no reason. I feel Amber feels like she destroyed her marriage for no reason. She feel like say the marriage was wait a second now. Because a good question to ask, Vanzel. I love the question. I think that Amber, in the back of her mind, she regardless of what has taken place, Anthony has done some terrible things, but she knows how much the part she contributed, and I don't think she's happy about that. She's not happy that she allowed Shayla to come back into a relationship. She's not happy about that. She's not happy about what she did up to the day of the wedding with Wayne. She's not happy about that either. You can tell. Because whatever was between her and Wayne has been broken off. They no longer have that relationship. They no longer have that intimacy. So you can tell that that's what has happened. So that's why I think she go back with Anthony because of that, and eventually she realized that she had a good thing, and she messed it. She allowed Shayla to come into her marriage and create problems, which is why she needs to be aware of Ernestine, because Ernestine means her no good, and you can't take advice from people who have failed. Anyway, Mr. What y'all saying? Anthony, thank you very much for the super chat. That's a good question, Antoinette. Anthony's a serial cheater, and if it was not Shayla, it wouldn't have been someone else. I believe so as well, too. I believe so as well. Why Amber? Let me see what you're saying here, sir. Why Amber want another woman to win her husband? Y'all are dumb. Pretty much. So that's the deal, Vanswell. A woman now go just want to give away her husband, especially when she has something to do with it. Maybe if she had nothing to do with it, Amber would have been fine. If Amber had nothing to do with it, I think it would have been easier for her to walk away if she was not involved some way, somehow. It would have easier for her to walk away, but she is kind of involved, and that's the problem. Yes, this skit is somewhat based off of his life. Wayne had a baby mother that lost custody of his daughter to CPS and went to the court to get custody of her. I see. She also saw Shayla and Anthony Happy O'Neill. Well, if you want to put that in there, I guess. I guess, but hey, okay, which wife is going to want it makes sense in Avanswell. I love what you're saying. It makes sense. Who is going to want, though, to see like them spouse hooked up with some person that will cause problem in their marriage? It's tough to see. Anthony's going to cheat again. Just look how he move. It looks like he's going to do that. It fear. See, even the man them have a question Anthony right now. Let me question it. That's a good one. Will Anthony cheat again? Thank you for the super chat, Rico DIY. Let me see what's going on here. Remember, all super chats will be donated to the hurricane relief for Melissa. All super chats will be donated. Anthony should have stopped thinking of Shayla's pum pum and just get joint custody for his child. Exactly. But maybe this is what Dre's talking about, that he's still looking back. I don't think you guys are off. I'm not think you're off, because the truth is he has still been. This should not be hurting him. This should not be hurting Anthony. Anthony, if I move on, it shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be a thing. None of what happened today should be a thing. Only I disagree. Amber is in love with the thought of being married and wrapped up in being the perfect wife. That you can say that too. You can say that as well. I don't disagree with that, fierce Capricorn. I don't disagree with that. She does have the image of the perfect wife thing in her head. That's one. Failure of marriage is two, because those are the reasons people tend not to want to get divorced. Don't want, somebody said she don't want Sheila to have him. That's another reason as well too. I think they're all reasons mixed up in a one. Them bowled up. Anthony was saying and caught up and was about to break it off. But Shayla told him about Amber. Yeah, and that kind of locked him in. Vanswell is being questioned. With the challenge flag there. Where the challenge flag there? Get the challenge flag, please, folks. Get the challenge flag there. A play is being challenged right now. They're asking if Vanswell is really Shayla in real life. Is this Shayla? Is there Shayla decoy? Has Shayla decoyed herself? Has Shayla decoyed herself and got her way over here? Get the challenge flag out, please. Get the challenge flag. Has Shayla decoyed herself?
Learning more. He's hearing it from upstairs. Could you see it?
That's beautiful.
So the challenge is this. Is Vanswell Shayla in real life? Is Vanswell Shayla in real life? That is a good question. Is Vanswell the spy we've been looking for? We know it's a street poet is an undercover agent. Is Vanswell a secret agent? Vanswell, you're being called out. Is Vanswell a secret agent? Because listen to how Vanswell communicate. Is it a secret agent? Could it be that Vanswell is the secret agent that we've been looking for? Maybe Vanswell is really disguised as maybe it's really Shayla in with her little computer. Maybe Vanswell is Shayla with her little computer. That's who Vanswell is. Typing her fingers away. That's exactly who Vanswell is. Right there. Right there. Is that Vanswell? It could be. It is a possibility that this is Shayla. This is the epitome of Shayla. Vanswell, you're being questioned. We're not Vanswell. I have to question. I have to question. Vanswell, it's a plausible argument. The person who brought that up, Senorita, thank you very much. It's a very plausible argument, Vanswell, because you do go very hard. I'm Kai. No, you're not Kai. Please don't try to see if you can throw us off the trail, Vanswell. Vanswell, you share perpetrating and eavesdropping on our chat. It could be that Vanswell is Shayla eavesdropping. That's what it is. His real account says taco truck. We got action. We've got action. Chico 1977 has looked on Vanswell's account and it says at taco truck. That's it right there. Terry, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's see. All super chat will be donated to the Hurricane Melissa efforts. Thank you all very much. Every time you put a super chat, I'm going to donate it. O'Neill, I think you need to give Anthony a call and chat with him man to man because it's not registering with him at this point. You know what, Terry? It's not registering. It really is not registering to Anthony that like he's with a whole baby mother who just I don't know what he thought. I don't know what Anthony thought, but that's the thing. That's what happened when you're lying and you're cheating. It's a burner account. So, that's the thing when you're lying and you're cheating. You're a liar and a cheat. When you're a liar and a cheat, this is what happens to you. This is exactly what happens to you. You get into these things. Carla Townsend, thank you very much for the super chat. Every time you guys donate like that, I will donate it to the Hurricane Melissa efforts. So I'm gonna donate that as well too. So all of these will be donated. Every time y'all give a super chat, I'll donate it. So thank you very much for your super chats. Whenever y'all give a super chat, I'm going to donate it. Thank you very much, Carla. Your super chat will be donated. Rico DIY, your super chat going to get donated. Terry, your super chat going to get donated. These are all going to go towards something good. All super chats will be donated. That's where they're going. Super chats are going right into Hurricane Melissa efforts. Let me keep them over my screen. Shayla is miserable. What do you mean, Fox, Carl, and Rico? They are the best thing that Anthony, Belinda says, the best thing Anthony can do is to get his attorney, get legal visitation rights, and pay child support. Always meet on a neutral ground. Never let Shayla come to his property. That is correct. That is correct. You know what? Belinda, thank you very, very much. Hippo character sitting into the office chair when they both transform into a mecha chair. Hippo hero. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, it just reads out the thing that we saw. That's what it is, a transformer. So in other words, Carla is saying that, listen to me. Carla is saying, Vanswell, that you are Shayla. Thank you very much for donating as well, Rico DIY. But whatever y'all put up here super chat to, I will donate as well. So in other words, every time, whether y'all donate or you don't donate, when they give a super chat, I'll put it in there too. So hey, the more the merrier, you know. Somebody don't have a good place to sleep. So hey, I can't, I'll do the best I can. Let's just put it that way. That's all I gotta say. There's a roof right here, and there's no leaking, and I'm not like worried about what's going on or the next meal. So hey, that all I can say is I just have to give thanks for things like that, and so I'm very, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Elizabeth, thank you very much for the super chat. We'll donate that as well too. Whenever y'all give a super chat, I'll donate it. I love what Belinda has said. Best thing that Anthony can actually do. Best thing that Anthony can do. Put it over my face. That's fine. Best thing Anthony can do is go get an attorney, visitations, and always meet a neutral ground. You know what, Belinda? I forgot about that. Anthony needs to stop meeting Shayla at his house. Thank you very much, Rico DIY as well for donating. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'll use the platform as hey, support. Best thing Anthony can do. Anthony needs to meet Shayla on neutral ground. Anthony needs to meet Shayla on neutral ground. We all are on fire today. Good Lord. All right. Dre with a super chat. Whoa. Okay. Big super chat. Best thing them can do is meet on neutral ground. Good Lord. I might have to see if I can. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can put up y'all super chats all over the place. And then I cover my face. Dre, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Dre has with the super chat 99. Carla with the super chat 49. 1999. Rico DIY, you didn't it as well, so I can't see them because I'm gone. But thank you all for the super chats. Every single time when I put a super chat, I put it in there. I'll jump right in it and get it donated. I'll jump right in it and get it donated. I'll calculate it for today's show and I'll put it in and I'll put up like I'll go ahead and put up on the channel. So don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and put up on the channel so y'all can see it. Because I love that. Thank you very much, Dre. I appreciate that. We appreciate it. The people down there appreciate it. Thank you very much. O'Neill Ant has all the cards, but he doesn't know how to play them. And when I look into Ant's hands, he has all trumps. Just start running them. He does have all the cards, but he's not playing the cards. Thank you very much, Dre. Well, for respect, Dre. Everybody else that donate super chat, well, for respect. Carla, Elizabeth, Rico DIY. Who else is doing it again? Who else? Come guys, you have to tell me. Because them gone. Them not show me the super chat. Good Lord. Okay. They not show me the super chat. Yeah, thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much. Every super chat, thank y'all very much. This is very real. Anthony does hold the cards. Anthony does hold the cards, but he's not using the cards them right. It makes sense. It makes sense. Does Anthony hold the cards? Does Anthony hold the cards? That makes sense. Does he hold the cards? Vincent does him hold the cards them. Because he has been paying, regardless of what's going on. He has been paying. He has been paying. Basically, at this point, he has been paying. Basically. Basically. He has been paying at this point in time. Carla, give another super chat again. Carla, yeah. Carla, thank you very much for the super chat again. Thank you for the next super chat, Carla. Again, will be donated. I'll go into the show, find out how much donated, and I'll hand it over. Does he have the cards? People are saying he does. Y'all think him really do. Him just now play the cards them. That's the funny thing. Carla, thank you very much for the super chat. Dre, thank you for the super chat. All the people for the super chat, thank you very much. Every single time I'm going to put a super chat up, thank you very, very much. It will go toward Hurricane Melissa GoFundMe account. That's the one family I'm trying to assist. I do the best I can. A lot of different people are helping other ways, so I just help when I can. Does he have the cards? That makes sense. What M. Johnson saying? M. Johnson, because sometimes M. Johnson is on now, sometimes M. Johnson. Anthony does hold all the cards, but Anthony does not want to give up Shayla at the end of the day. He still wants to have access. This has nothing to do with his custody at all. And it's all to do with his control. Does Anthony still want her? Let's not lie, guys. Let's be real. Does Anthony still want Shayla? Some people keep answering this no, but okay, it's just weird. It's just how he behaves with Shayla. When you behave like this with a girl, it generally means that, you know what I mean, you have some feeling for her or something to that effect. When you behave like this with a girl. Helen, thank you for the super chat. There you go. Thank you very much for the super chat, Helen. When you behave like this with a girl, it means that you have some amount of feeling, something for her. People don't just behave like this with somebody that them don't like. He's one of those people who feels like the one with the money and with money, so the one with the rules, the one with the money, so the one with the rules. But he better be careful with that because he is not the only one in the game with money. Plus, if he gets this wrong, he will lose Amber. That's the thing. Helen Fraser, thank you very much for the super chat I put up on my screen. Thank you very much for the super chat. Antoinette Burkett, thank you very much for the super chat. You guys are doing it big this morning. All right. Thank you very much for the super chat. These will all be donated. I'm going to go ahead and donate it, and I'm going to put it up on the channel so y'all can see it. Because you know me already. So I'm going to donate it, and you guys will see it. Whatever I want to push in, I'll just push it over. And then y'all will see it. All from the channel. I'll go ahead and donate it so y'all will see it. Anthony, thank you very much for the super chat. These will all be donated. Thank you very much. Do you see how he deals with Amber different than Shayla? It's like she is the wife and Amber is the side piece. You know what, Dre? That is my problem. And that's why I said the other day that Amber is too good for Anthony. Dre, I'm glad you're speaking up as a male because when I say some of these things, the women them say, well, you know, listen. He's not doing enough. He's not doing enough. Dre is saying the same thing that I've been saying the other day. Why Shayla get all this energy? Shayla gets too much energy. Shayla gets too much energy from Anthony. Shayla gets too much energy from Anthony. You only give energy to a man, to a woman like this. That you have something with. because I don't know why I'm giving her this much energy. I keep saying it. Anthony does the things that Amber has done for Anthony as a man, to be very honest, him not deserve it. He does not deserve it. Him don't deserve it none at all. Him not deserve this type of woman. Out here so playing games with the baby mother. The baby mother shouldn't even be at his house. He shouldn't be at his baby mother's house, and she shouldn't be here either. The only time you go over your baby mother's house is if there's an emergency. You only go. You only go to your child's parents' house if there is an emergency. Honey, our team Shayla too. Honey B, we have identified another Shayla supporter. Honey B, why do you support Shayla? I have to ask this question. The women that support Shayla, why do you support Shayla? Why? Why do you support Shayla? I really want to know. I want to get into the minds of you, Honeybee. Honeybee. Honeybee, bring the honeycomb. Why are you supporting Shayla? Why? When you support Shayla, why do you do that? Tell me, Honeybee. Tell me, Honeybee, tell me. Explain it to me, Honeybee. Stockholm Syndrome. Honeybee, you have a space. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Come sit down in my office, Honeybee. Sit down in my office. Sit down on the big chair. Come, Honeybee. Don't worry yourself, Honeybee. Nobody can harm you. Nobody can harm you, Honeybee. Sit down on the therapy chair. Let's go. Let's go. Let me put up the big old therapist chair. Let me put up the therapy chair right now. Come, Honeybee. Let's work on it. Because you have to tell me how it is. Come, Honeybee. Here's the therapy chair right there, so. Right there, so, Honeybee. There you go. Relax yourself right there, so. Talk to me. Talk to O'Neill. Dre, thank you for the super chat. Dre has donated again. Dre has put a super chat in. All super chats will be donated. There's the therapy chair, Honeybee. Talk to me. All right, Honeybee. Let me see exactly what you say. Honeybee has some answers for us. I'm listening to you, Honeybee. I'm going to listen to you. I want to know this. When people support Shayla, I want to know this. But I'm very curious to know why a person support the Shayla character. And by the way, trust me, we're far from being an Anthony fan. We just don't like what's going on. There's a difference. There's a difference between whatever it is. Linda, thank you very much for the super chat. All super chats will be donated. Everything, no matter what it is, $1, $2, whatever it is, I'll put it right up inside of the Hurricane Melissa relief efforts. Anthony wants Shayla on the cool. He only went back to Amber to save his pockets. So that's why you're supporting Shayla? Come on, man, give me a better reason than this. Why Shayla? How do you support a Shayla? Hold on, though, it's a safe space. I'm curious. I always wanted to know why Shayla have supporters. What makes her supportable? Listen, and again, we're not saying, don't get it twisted. O'Neill is not an Anthony fan. O'Neill is a Kai fan. But O'Neill realized that Anthony at least wants to be in Kai's life as a man. So O'Neill is a Kai fan. Left to me alone, if Amber could have left Anthony, O'Neill would have been happy. So let me just make that very clear, because people sometimes get it wrong. Y'all get my position very wrong. All right, so here we go. Here we go. I have an explanation. I'm Team Shayla because there's a child involved and I feel like the child should be raised with both parents. Plus, he told Shayla to trust the process. And Anthony said that Amber was boring. So you're Team Shayla. All right, I could deal with this. Linda, thank you very much for the super chat. All super chats will be donated to the cause of Hurricane Melissa. Y'all know how it works. So thank you very much for the super chat, Linda. Thank you very much. Linda, thank you for the super chat again. Thank you very much. You've been giving a lot of super chats. So let's work on this. This is why, let's go. This is why Honeybee is saying she's a Shayla supporter. But Honeybee, let me ask the question. So because there's a child involved. So my question is this to Honeybee. If they are, this is my question. If they are at odds, should Kai suffer? There you go, Honeybee. And the chat can answer that. Should Kai suffer because Kai is suffering right now? Kai suffers every single time with the Shayla thing. Kai has to suffer. Why must suffer though? That the part me not quite get. Talk to my man, Honeybee. Talk to me. Me want to hear from you. Honeybee is a Shayla supporter. We're interviewing a Shayla supporter here. So you know what, Honeybee, one of them day I have to bring you up on the channel so you can plead your case, you know. More you plead your case one of them day, I have to bring you up on the channel and me and you so I can listen to when people support Shayla, I want to know what they support. I don't agree what she did there, but there's a child involved. He really loves Shayla, but he loves his money more. But Honeybee, hold on. So it can't be two things. The two things them can't really clash. Hold on, Honeybee. I have an issue with the two things. If you love Kai and is a child involved, then the truth is the child's supposed to come first, ain't it? Shouldn't Kai come first before anything else, though? Shouldn't she put Kai before anything else? The truth is, you know, Honeybee, the only reason why Anthony is even getting Kai today is because a man gave her some money. Nappy Child, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. All super chats will be donated. Thank you very, very much. Answer that for me, Honeybee. Answer that for me. More answer that portion. If it was not for Iman, Kai would not have Anthony in his presence today. Is that okay? We know Anthony has cheated him terribly. More the two of them together, but let's deal with because somebody has to become the main thing. Don't run with Honeybee, guys. More Honeybee explain ourselves to me. More Honeybee explain ourselves so we can understand it. Don't run with Honeybee, man. Let's listen. May I ask a solid question? No, I don't agree how she went about it, but I do agree that Anthony and Shayla make up a better couple. Anthony is back home for his lifestyle and not because he should be happy. But regardless of why he's home, here's the deal. Regardless of why he's home, you don't have you can't pause being a parent though. It's not like me can put down being a parent and pause and say, you know what, hold on, Shayla, let's put Kai down and pause him and work out our differences and then take him back up again. So how does that portion work though, M. Johnson? I know you're supporting thing. I understand what you guys are saying. When I want Shayla and Anthony to be together. Okay, hey, I don't care. Listen, if Amber could have left the dude, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. Angela Paul, what you say? Give me one moment. Wanna get in the mind of a Shayla character. Honeybee, so you totally disregard the vows that Anthony and Amber made in front of God. And that makes sense too. That does make, you know what, Angela Powell, that is even another angle. So you want him to break the vows him have before. In other words, makes sense. Because he has made a vow. But I love the conversation. Don't worry, Honeybee, don't run, don't worry yourself. We're not going to do anything at all. Nobody's going to do anything. Do you think he really loves Amber? You know what I think, Honeybee? Me not think him have a whole pile of love for Amber, but me feel like Amber love him and them already married, and there's not at this point, there's nothing you or I can do about it. I don't believe this is my honest opinion, Honeybee. I don't think that him love Amber, but not as much as he should. This is what I should say. I don't think he loves Amber like he should. Like he should. The way I'm supposed to love that woman, him not love her that way. But this is the deal. They're married, and he took this woman as him lawful wedded wife, and that's just that. What do you do then? Nothing. You have to deal with it. If you take a woman and if you've taken a woman and you've married to her, that's what you've taken. I can answer your question justly. Him not love Amber like he should. Anthony and Amber was doing good until Shayla did this ish. That's another piece of the puzzle as well. They were fine. So hold on, Honeybee, hold on. The truth is, it put him in a compromising position. Thank you very much for the super chat. Linda, thank you very much for the super chat again. I love what you've said. The vows in front of God and man. It's true. They make a vows. What God has put together, let no man cast asunder. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you very much to do this for the people that are there. Thank you for donating. So hold on, Honeybee. That means okay, him broke the vows, but him still not divorced. So my question then is, Honeybee. So you'd be fine if you know what I mean, your husband just do him thing. You'd be okay with that. Curtis Way say, I think Shayla is setting up for a fall because she misread Iman's gesture. He was tired of her complaining about Anthony and his apartment, and he doesn't want to come there. You know what, Curtis? I think she probably misread the gesture, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Sometimes a man can't take the whole heap of talking. And dropping 50 grand one time don't mean we're going to drop it all the time, so it makes sense. Honeybee, talk to me, Honeybee. Me love what you say. Let me see exactly if I can get into it. Amber is glad to have a man that treats her this good. Amber never had a man take her seriously enough to marry her. However you want to put it, she get married. Shayla didn't twist his arm. He voluntarily went in. Hold on, Honeybee. Now you make the thing not credible now. Now you make it not credible. The truth of the matter is this. Right? Let's really work into it. Maybe the question then is this. Based on what you tell me, Honeybee, if Shayla never messed with their marriages, if Shayla never messed with their marriage, would they be having this problem? That I know the question. Honeybee, now you make it weird now because I think you have something else where you're going to come with it now, but you can't come with this. You and I know how much Shayla has prayed on this marriage. If Anthony was actively going over to Shayla's house and every now him go over there and take a piece and him go over and him take a piece, no. This woman was into their lives every day and she was doing something every single solitary day. So that can't be right. Me not agree with that part there, Honeybee. You have me until this statement right here, so. You had me until right here. Honeybee, you had me until here. Street point back. If my husband cheated on me and had a whole baby, I'm not going to stick around. But the woman stick around, and I cannot. Some people will stick around. What happens then? What happens when the woman decide? What happens when? Okay, let's say you cheated on me and your husband decide to stick around. Is that you're saying that you won't accept it? Honey B, let's say you cheated and your husband decides, say, you know what, Honey B, I cheated before and you cheated now and I'm going to stick around. You're telling me that you don't find that remarkable? That's not commendable at all? Because listen to me. Me not like that Amber has stuck around, but I think it's remarkable what she has done. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I don't like that she has stuck around, but I think it's remarkable what she has done. Because I'm like that. I'll call a spade a spade. So answer me that question, Honeybee. Me like when the Shayla supporters them come on because they get to give me insight into how the mind, how a Shayla supporter thinks. Obviously, she has nobody to take her serious because Anthony married her, and who won't? Who wouldn't want to marry Amber? Amber is a good cat. Shayla is a bum trick. Well, nobody want to marry Shayla. Rico DIY, thank you very much for the super chat. Let me say Rico DIY. Anthony said to Amber that women like her, he marry, but women like Shayla, you don't. Anthony loves his wife, but he loves Shayla pum pum. And sometimes women misunderstand that. Honeybee, I think you're misunderstanding a man loving a woman and a man loving a woman's pum pum. If you're new to the channel, you know, say we will chop it up quite raw without the cursing. We will chop it up quite raw. That's what it is. I feel that you can forgive cheating if it never happens again. But you have a whole baby that's totally different. So may I ask you, Honeybee, you went out and you had a whole baby and the man forgive you. Are you saying that you don't want that? And yes, Rico DIY, thank you very much for putting this up because I think some people don't really quite get this. Sometimes a man may love a pum pum and so him stay there, but him not gonna marry you. It's one of my messages to young girls. When they tell me, oh, I went here, only they can't believe, I'd have probably co-workers I work with. Only they won't believe what the guy did for me, and he did this, and he did that, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna do that. Okay, all right, well, show me the business you have. And he didn't give me a business. Okay. Show me the business you're about to start. Well, he didn't start a business. Okay, do you have a ring? No. Then all that is just hot here. You're just the next chick. You are just the next chick. Show me the ring. So I'll say this, Honeybee. Until Iman puts a ring on Shayla's finger, hot here. Them asked Anthony to put a ring on her finger. He didn't do it either. So him apparently, I think him love her that much. He must love the pum pum. So there you go. So may I ask the question, Honeybee, what if you cheated and have a baby and the husband decided to forgive you? What do you do then? No, me not ask the fiancés are allowed to cheat. Me ask the question. Because Honeybee is raising a point that Anthony cheated and had a whole baby, and I'm switching it around. Let's say you are in the woman's shoes. I am the man. You have cheated. You, Honeybee, have cheated, and you go outside and you have a baby with the next man. No, I wouldn't do it, but we're giving a scenario. Would you not want that? How would you feel about that? That I'm a simp, eh? So, anyways, punishing herself for her choices. Amber is a good wife and deserves better. That's correct, LA. She's a good wife and deserves better. At this point, Amber is leading in the things she's doing. Remember, Anthony has always been a lame. Remember the stripper. Let's not act like Anthony, sorry character from the big. Look, thank you very much, Twilia. Let's not forget that Anthony has been a quirky guy from before. Shayla just realized that the dude is quirky. And he's been quirky. I love this, Twilia. Let's not forget that he has been quirky. He's been a very quirky guy. You know that already. Him quirky. Shayla is a predator. Call it what it really is. That's what you have to say first. What you have to understand is that there are women, honeybee, like Shayla, who will prey on a marriage. And the woman is, like Wayne said, the woman is a savage. That's what Wayne call her, a savage. That is what Wayne has called her, a savage. Let's go look on the definition of a savage. A savage. That's what Wayne has referred to her as, a savage. Don't forget this. Let's not forget that Wayne referred to her as a savage. Let's look at the word savage. Savage means fierce and untamed, but also cruel and violent. In modern slang, it can be a compliment for being bold and cool, or being pejorative term used offensively. The word can also refer to specific company. Literal meaning untamed, wild. Untamed, wild, or not cultivated. Savage. If a man, when people describe you as a savage, that's a whole different case. Shayla is a savage. That are the thing. That are the thing. Tulia it nail upon the head. We tell Shayla says she's a savage. The woman a savage. We tell Shayla as well that she'll never be a wife. Never. Marian him tell us that she'll never be a wife. Because she'll never be a wife. She doesn't have it in her. She can't finish. It's one of those persons that can get the ball, but them can't finish. Amber treated Anthony so bad in the beginning that Amber was with Wayne and let Anthony eat the groceries right after Wayne. Yes, she did. And I remember this definitely. And that's why the woman stayed. And is trying to make amends. That's why I said part of her staying has to do with her guilt. You are correct. She was also a savage. She just changed. Let me get more explanation from you again. I totally agree. Amber deserves better. But so does Shayla. There's a child involved, and that's what makes it so difficult. Shayla has not. What do you mean? Hold on. Hold on, honeybee. Because it sounds to me like you're saying Shayla deserves better than what? Is Shayla being mistreated? Let me ask you a question, honeybee. Is Shayla, in your estimation, is Shayla being mistreated? Honeybee. No, my honeybee, I have a question for you. You make me have to sit up now. Honeybee, answer my question. Is Shayla being mistreated? Honeybee, may I answer my question, please? Don't run from the question, honeybee. Please, me have to get in the psyche. How is Shayla mistreated? The woman gets, hold on, man. Hold on. Then honeybee, then you can say she deserve better. Better than what? Or you're going to get deserve better if it is that you're going around having babies with whatever it is, and you remember, so the woman literally put the baby upon the next man, honeybee. You do remember that she agreed to that, right? No, man, honeybee. You make me honeybee. Honeybee, honeybee. Me no know. Honeybee, me no know. Honeybee, me can't fathom. O'Neill Anthony told Angelina that Amber is a better woman for him. Shayla set her eyes on Amber life and grudged Amber and went in for the kill. That's exactly what happened. We act like we don't know that this happened. No, my honeybee, man. You honeybee, no. Honeybee, no. So honeybee, so if she is not being mistreated, honeybee, then why? Why does she deserve better, honeybee? I don't understand. Why she deserve better? Let me try to understand on you. Why does Shayla deserve better? There's my question, honeybee. I know sometimes I speak very fast and it might be sound Jamaican and I'm hard to understand. So let me know. Nicole, me said the same thing. Stop trying to justify using the child as a come up, because that's exactly what they're doing. Kai is not getting anything at all. Me know you answer the question, Honeybee. So me just ask another question. Why, Honeybee? Why does Shayla deserve better? Why? What makes her deserve better? I want to understand when you say she deserve better. I want to understand what makes Shayla deserve better. What is the better she deserve? When you say she deserve better, because every time I hear these things, me don't know. I'm not sure what to think. That means all men deserve better. Then I need to know this. This I wish me now get confused. I'm understanding the woman's psyche this morning. Shayla needs to go sit in a corner. She went and sleep with someone's husband and thinks that she could take him away. That's what the woman has done, and she deserves better. You put up with the foolishness. You go sleep with somebody else, and you kept the person coming back because you have your own agenda, and you deserve better. No, Honeybee, me know you love with live chat, but more you getting it for Honeybee, getting it for man because you make me a question now, Honeybee. We have to check Honeybee, and I love the name by the way, Honeybee. Me love it. Of course, I'm love you in the live chat now, Honeybee, because you are bringing other perspectives here. Because I've always wanted to know in the mind of a Shayla fan, really and truly, I want to know when people say them like the Shayla character, what are they liking? Because maybe I'm misunderstanding. They keep allowing Hart not not to right her wrong. She's apologized to everyone but Amber, and she went to Anthony's house while he was drunk. Shayla gets no karma and continues to win. Please, come on now. Shayla does not deserve anything. For what? For being single? For being lying and conniving, manipulative, I'm a fake person. It's like, I'm like, no. Maybe, again, and that's what I'm saying. We're pointing on Shayla, but not Honeybee. I know what you're doing. You're deflecting. This is deflecting, Honeybee. This is deflecting. That's what I know why I don't deflect. I'm working on the Shayla thing right now. No, we have not. We've. If you have watched this channel, Honeybee, we have vehemently. If you ask the people in the comments, me as a man have told you. I as a man have said that Amber should have left this dude. But guess what? The woman decides she wants to stay with him. We don't think he treats Amber the way that he's supposed to treat her. We think he should be treating her way better. In fact, I've even gone on a limb, and I don't normally say these things, but I said, you know what? Anthony doesn't even deserve Amber. So let's take Anthony out of the way because Anthony will be pushed aside. However, you cannot stop him from being a father to his kid. That I will never, ever support. What Shayla is doing, where it's at the drop of a hat that Anthony can see him kid. When Iman gives me $50,000, you will see Kai. That can't work. But my question now is, why does Shayla deserve better? Because if Shayla deserves better, then that means, Honeybee, based on the logic where you give me, I deserve. Did somebody do another super chat and I didn't see it? Thank you for the super chat, Antoinette and the other people who are giving super chat. Honeybee, if that's the case, then me need to go sleep with some other people and I deserve better because listen to me. Basically, that's the argument. So that more clear up the argument, Honeybee. More clear it up for us. Clear it up. Yes, I feel that Shayla owes Amber a huge apology and a huge apology. But what she did, yes, it was wrong. But I'm looking okay. Anthony was not innocent in any of this. Not only that he cheated. Honeybee, we just said, Honeybee, that we have flagged Anthony vehemently. We have flagged him. No one flagged Anthony more than O'Neal and me, the man. Normally, you expect me to pick up for the next man, right? But I'm not picking up for him by any stretch of the means. He's not getting it. However, this is where they are. There is no more cheating. Them have a child, and Amber decides to stay. She said, we need to not think about her feelings. She wants to stay. So tell me, how does Shayla deserve more? That you have to answer for me because I can't see how she deserves more. So because Anthony cheated, Shayla deserves more. Me want know. I want to know. So we are asking for clear it up. Only be me nah see what you. Okay, me scroll to the chat. Only be. Anthony going back to the pump, that doesn't make him innocent. We already know that already. Him going back to the pump, she going back to the body, made them innocent already. So body and pump, we clear that portion. How does Shayla deserve more? Show me how she deserve more. You said she deserve better. What is the better? How she deserve better? That's what we want to know. It's two part to what I said. So give me the next part. I just read the next part. Only be, how does Shayla deserve better? That's what I want to know. I really need to know in the psyche of that. How does Shayla deserve better? That me want to know. Me want to know how she deserve better. I need to hear this psyche. Shayla deserves another black. Senorita, you hit the nail on the head. That's what Shayla deserve if you ask me. And me not like the violence, but hey. That's what she deserve at this point in time. You tell me, how does a woman go ahead and go sleep with another person's husband continuously, come to the woman's house and continuously play in the woman's face, say you're the woman's best friend, and then she did, so hold on. So okay, so only be. So let's just say your husband cheated on you with your best friend and she has a baby. She deserves more than you. That's what you're saying? You know what, Honeybee? What I think you're doing is, this is what I think you're doing. And I called it out before. What I think Honeybee is doing, there are sometimes women who just not to hold a woman accountable means I must always look at what the man has done. But it takes two for tango. It takes two to tango. And just like a man is responsible for his actions, so is a woman. And that becomes one of the problems that we have in our society now, because every single time you press on the woman, someone will compensate them, can bail her out. This is not about Shayla deserving more, cannot be about Anthony. It can be. So you have to give me another argument on the B. Anthony only went back to Amber because he found out she was gonna lose. He was gonna lose everything. If it wasn't for that, he'd still be with Shayla. So how does Shayla deserve more? I still don't understand, how does Shayla deserve more? You have to answer that question there. What in it makes Shayla deserve more? It's funny how she could be the villain, but all of y'all women, will give Anthony grace. So what are y'all are saying? It's okay for your husband to cheat as long as, no, we're not saying that. In fact, we all said she should leave. Let's put the record straight. We all said Amber should leave. She has decided to stay, but we all said she should leave. Thank you for the super chat, Lene. Thank you very much for the super chat. We all said this. So no bother with that. Don't start that now. Y'all are gonna cherry pick the comments them. Don't cherry pick the comments. She premeditated. As this man, she premeditated on this man, and he was wrong for continuing it. So I don't think that she deserves more. That's what Lene is saying. Thank you for the super chat, Lene. We all said that. Don't even bother trying to see if it can come. Don't cherry pick our comments. Don't cherry pick our. We all said that Amber should leave. We all said this. O'Neal said O'Neal came on the channel and only consistently says it. No. We thought that Amber should have left. I thought that Amber should have left. Since as this has happened, break it apart, because you guys, it will never be the same. And I said them shall leave because of trust. Because the trust has been eroded. And when trust has been eroded on both sides, unless you guys can deal with that, it's hard. Especially trust in the sense of cheating. It's hard to deal with cheating. You call a spade a spade. So O'Neal say, you know what? They should leave each other and go do their own things. Amber decided to stay. I have to let it go with that. No one has given Anthony any grace. We don't know what you guys are talking about. What we're talking about is the mere fact that the woman is keeping Anthony from his child. That's what people are upset about. People are upset. People are upset about Anthony being kept out of his child's life. That's what people upset about. They are not, they couldn't give a rat's titty about Anthony. Trust me, we don't care. I still don't trust the dude. What are we talking about here? I still don't trust him. These are not the points. You guys are bringing up past whatever. O'Neal, Amber do not have to leave if she doesn't want that. If it's her husband, that's not her boyfriend. And exactly, she doesn't have to leave. You guys are correct. So she doesn't have to leave. So she stayed. But tell me, how does, you see, that's what every time, you know what? I realize what you guys have done. You have moved the goalpost again. Yep. Yep. You know what, honeybee? Me realize it. The Shayla supporters have no argument. Anthony lied to Shayla and Amber, and really, to be honest with you, they both deserve each other. Well, if them both deserve each other, you can tell me that, honeybee, but don't tell me that Shayla deserves better. What is better? There's a difference. You can say Shayla and Amber and Anthony deserves each other. You can say that, but not Shayla deserves better. So you can say one thing, but you can't say the next thing. I'm sorry. You can say they deserve each other because they're just as evil and them need for us to stay together. If you want to say that, fine. But telling me Shayla deserves better, which better Shayla deserve? you think the chick that comes to cheat on you, okay, you have a man, honeybee. The man goes out and cheats with your best friend, and your best friend deserves better than you. That cannot be. That cannot be right. That's the message I'm trying to understand the argument. I have a question. Do you think that Anthony would cheat with Delicia or Zasri? At this point, I don't know. At this point, I'm going to say no because I feel like he's getting so much from Shayla that really and truly it is start. I think he's getting spooked. No, she don't deserve better than what? She deserves better than Anthony. They're both cheaters. What are we talking about here? The girl cheated. Listen to me. It's like your friend go to sleep with your husband. You don't deserve no better than nothing. You, boy, I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm not leaving. Curtis, to answer your question, I don't think that he's gonna be with any of them because I think he's spooked. Okay. Vanswell, only you're leaving out the reason for his cheating. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He has no reason to cheat. By the way, let me just make it clear. Let me make it clear. Anthony has no reason to cheat. If you want to know what I think Anthony should have done when he found out about Amber, he should have left. And before he find out about that, he was doing his thing anyways. He slept with Shayla anyways. So what are we talking about? You already passed the threshold anyways. You got some of the pum pum anyway. Well. You're in the channel, Honeybee, that Anthony does not get a pass over here. We are talking about Anthony having his kid. He doesn't get a pass. He does not get a pass. Which pass am I get? As I look at these kids, sometimes I feel like Anthony gets a pass. No, he doesn't get a pass. The biggest problem people is having is the mere fact that you're using the kid as the pawn. We don't like that. That cannot be. I'm going to speak up for the kid. That's what's going on. That's what you're witnessing. You're not getting. Anthony's not getting a pass. Anthony, the child, is who is getting the pass, and that means you need to go see your father. Just like how I expect a kid to see their mother. No, Anthony does not get a pass from anyone. Anthony doesn't get a pass. We just want him to see him youth. That's what people want. People want him to see his kid. That's the deal. They want him to see him kid. That's what they want. They want to see Anthony see his kid. That's what they want. He doesn't get a pass. Anthony's not getting a pass from no one over here. Nobody gives him a pass. He's not getting a pass, and let's get him either. All right, you asked a good question. Only if it was if you was with Amber, we would know how you'd put it down, and because Amber would tell us. Yeah, but I mean, of course, it is what it is. Gigi, thank you very much. That's why Shayla is so disgustingly hated, because she feels justified about what she did. Una tried to justify the cheating, and there's no justification to it. Just like how Anthony's cannot be justified either. There is no justification upon it. The Wayne thing was nonsense. If me find out, say, my wife has cheated with someone for whatever, then would I disseminate the marriage? I would have gone to the courthouse and asked the courthouse to annul the marriage. That's what I would have done. He didn't do that. So him not no reason for cheat either. Just so you know, from a man perspective, no man would have sat down in this. No man would have sat down in this. Anthony get one touch and keep going back for more. Then started taking her out of town to Jamaica. And then make Jamaica get the hurricane. If it's them. You are correct. When he found out that Amber slept with Wayne on her wedding day, he should have done exactly what we think but over here. So hold on, hold on. You think my channel, I don't know, no pro woman business. Listen to me. Me a real man, only be. Let me tell you something. Me a real man. No. This is no party shop thing. When we comment on these kids, we comment from a real man space. You leave. You don't stay. I'm not into the BS. And when your wife give you a chance, you're supposed to work on that. They have decided they want to stay back together. For whatever reason, they want to stay together. Then, if you're staying together, that's it. But Shayla don't deserve no better than that. What do you mean? What Shayla deserves is a dumpster. Think about it, Honeybee. The man is still paying the woman rent. Him still a pay her rent. He's still giving her money for the little baby. And we are talking about deserve. She getting more than she deserve right now. Her stock too high. Shayla's stock is too high. Shayla's stock is too high. That's the thing. It coming at the stock market right now. It's too high. It overbought. If it was Shayla and Anthony is the reason why Jamaica got a Hurricane Melissa. Shayla and Anthony, two of them, is the reason. For Melissa, Hurricane Melissa. They are the reason for Hurricane Melissa. If they never come on my country with the foolishness, we would have been okay. The hurricane would have passed like normal. But Shayla and Anthony bring them salt self there. The saltness. If they never come, we would have been fine. Anything them touch, I feel them fault. Reach out to the writers. Writers, don't bring Shayla and Anthony back to Jamaica. Please, let them stay where they are. Don't bring them back. Maybe the pump was worth it for Anthony, but you know them thing I work Dre. That me Dre. Me love when you talk right now, Dre. Dre, you know the pump work already. And sometimes women confuse the pump because right now Iman has given her some money. And right now, I think that she's misunderstanding. Somebody said this today in the comment. She's misunderstanding that that money was given because Iman want her to shut up and not because he want to marry her. But they think they have something. She thinks she have something. Listen to me, honeybee. I feel them fault if they never come on my country with the foolishness. It's for them fault. Them shouldn't come. But don't come over here with that. Anthony gets no pass over here. You come from a man channel. Real man, we are dealing with the thing the way it's supposed to get dealt with. Don't bring that over here, so to tell us so we're giving Anthony him now get no pass. Don't even bring them salt self come on my place. You know what I go Andrea. With our salt fish. Our salt fish come salt at my place. Shayla's salt fish. Put our old nasty salt fish. Bring our old nasty salt fish self. We don't want her back. We don't want her back. We don't want her back. On behalf of Jamaicans, we don't want Shayla back. You can keep the tourist money, that's okay. Go to another island. Go to another island. Go to another island. Don't come back to Jamaica because at the moment you leave, a hurricane come there. We've never had a hurricane, category 5 hurricane. We've never had this. Jamaica has never had a category 5 hurricane until Shayla came there. Don't come back, please. We're okay. We can do without the tourist money. We can do without Shayla's tourist money. Don't spend the card for company. Please, don't, no. Don't come back, man. Come over the place and you mash up the whole entire island. Come over there with the saltness, with our salt fish. Men, I need her yellow foot back from the island again. We don't need her yellow foot back on the island. No trespassing. Maybe Iman has been writing this kid. Somebody said write them high. Somebody said write them high. Is Iman writing the skits? I was gonna give Shayla karma and then I got high. I had it written right in a corner and then I got high. I saw Amber moving around and I don't know why. Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. I bet you later on in this case you'll get some poo from Shayla again. He was trying to get confirmation from Chase and it went left. And Honeybee, if he tries to get the pum pum again, I will be the first one calling for Amber to divorce him. But again, like she said, I cannot tell her what to do. So I have to leave the woman, make she do what she do. She has to learn the lesson on her own. She thinks that okay. The problem here is Honeybee. Amber feels guilty about sleeping with Wayne before her wedding, the day up to her wedding. She feels guilty for that. And she should feel guilty for that because it is wrong. And so she decides that she's going to stay there. I get high. I get high. I get high. I get high. I get high on your memory. I get high, high, high. Write the scripts out. High, high, high. When I'm writing. High, 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 high. Every day when I write these scripts, the thing gets on my lips. And I write for Shayla to have downfalls. But some way, somebody calls. Every day I write Shayla high enough. I write her higher and higher up. And the amber character, I don't do what I do. Because I am a writer and I'm high too. That's why I get high, high, high. Every day I get high, high, high. And when I write, I get high, high, high. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon.